Welcome to the live. Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Do it right now. Oh, wait. Have you hit the subscribe button yet? It's important you do. I need you to join the conversation, and you do that by hitting the subscribe button. Bop, bop, bop. We're going to talk about MAGA FAFO. If you had said MAGA FAFO to me in 1998, I would have said, are you having a stroke? You okay? You having a seizure there, pal? But today, you know what that means. That means the diehard Donald Jennifer Trump supporters, Don Taco, effed around and found out. And we're going to talk about how white privilege isn't going to save you. MAGA dad reverses Trump support after he's denied entry. There he is. Hold on. There he is. Let me move out of the way. God blasphemous, my broad shoulders. There he is. That is Captain MAGA Dad, a Canadian national. That man had been living in America, in New Hampshire specifically, for over 40 years. 40 years. And now, if he tries to come back after his recent escapade up to Canada, they said he'll be detained. He was not allowed re-entry, even though he's a green card holder. And it's interesting because I've been talking about this for a while. Everybody's like, get the illegals out. Well, it's not what they're doing, folks. I hate to break it to you. And it's not until it happens to you that these people go, oh, shoot, I've changed my mind. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Not mañana. Todado. Is that how you say today in Spanish? Todado? It sounds like it. Good to me. Sounds good to me. So yeah, we're going to talk about this New Hampshire MAGA dad. He had charges from decades ago, stuff that was already settled and sorted. He had a cannabis charge. If he was in any state but New Hampshire, it wouldn't have been a charge, unless it was in the 90s. But he had a cannabis charge and some kind of operating under the influence charge, something like that, suspended license. But those were all done and settled. No worries. And like I said, he'd been living in New Hampshire. He has 5 American kids. He's been living here for over 40 years. And now he's not allowed back into the country. I could just say this. At least he's in Canada, you know. It could be worse. It could be worse for this dude. Welcome. No Clips 1. Hello. Drop where you're from. Where you from? Where are you joining my live stream from? I love to understand where people are at in the world. Not just mentally, but geographically. I'm Delado. Hello, Delado. Is that next to Gelato? I don't know where Delado is. Or is that Dillado? It sounds like an Australian town. G'day, governor. I'm in Dillado. The waves are crikey here, Dillado. All right, Mars. We got Mars in the house. Sounds good. We're going to talk about this dude. MAGA is FAFOing. If you don't know what that means, it means effing around and finding out. This is an interesting story because for months now I've said, yo, these dudes are liars. This whole regime is a bunch of dirty liars. Bunch of dirty swine. That's what they are. They were a bunch of dirty swine. So they don't say what they mean. They don't mean what they say. And when the wind blows, they change their mind. They have no character, no morale. And to prove my point, I will not take you to my leader. My leader would deport you. Just so you know, these criminals that are running things, this is a New Yorker article from 1992 or 2002. I forget. One of the twos, where Donald Trump's talking about Epstein and how he's a terrific guy and he likes beautiful women as much as he do, but money are on the younger side. There's also hours. Did you hear me? Hours. I said hours of recorded audio of Epstein talking about Donald Trump and how close they were. BFFs, folks. Don't let this list disappear. But my point in bringing up the list that doesn't exist, but it does exist, it's just Donald Jennifer Trump said it doesn't exist. Why? Well, because he was BFFs with the guy. You know, him and Clinton, they should be in prison. If they weren't filthy swine, they'd be in prison. And by swine, I mean politicians. But the reason I have to tell you that they don't mean what they say what they mean, have no character, have no backbone, have no morale, nothing means anything. All they have is an agenda. And their agenda is money, power. It's like a goddamn 1996 Mobb Deep song. First you get to... It's like a Mobb Deep and Little Kim collab. All right? But I say that because this dude right here, he looks like a Todd. I don't know what his name is. He looks like a Todd. That guy right there was a Donald Trump supporter. He couldn't vote because he's a Canadian national. It means he's from Canada. But he supported Donald Trump. He supported Donald Jennifer Trump, this New Hampshire man. Why? I'll tell you why. You know why he supported Trump? He said in this news interview, link down below if you want to watch it for yourself, said, I believed in making America great, bringing America together. No, you didn't. You know what you thought? You thought the color of your skin, your white privilege, was going to make you immune to the wrath of Donald Jennifer Trump's regime. That's what you thought, homeboy. That's what you thought. He thought, I'm white. They're not going to kick me out. I'm Canadian. I'm white. I'm good. That's what he thought. He won't say that out loud. I guarantee you in a Reddit post, a hidden Reddit post, I'll guarantee you somewhere, I would put some money that on one of his burner accounts on Reddit, he says this, you know, if he has a burner account. But this dude thought, this guy, 5 kids, this is the news story. See, he says, I was definitely all for make America great again, having a strong, unified country, bright future for my 5 American children. I love how he drops the American. My American children. Shut up. You didn't believe in that. Okay? This is all BS. This is a PR stunt. That dude right there, he thought, I'm white, I'm good. Let him get all the Mexican people out. Let him get all the Ecuadorian people out. That's what he thought. That's why he was MAGA. Okay? And now, because he's interviewing the news, he was like, I'm all for a strong, unified country. At what point has Donald Trump ever even said we're going to be unified? In fact, he's gone out of his way to be like, if you're a Democrat, if you're a radical left wokist who wants universal health care, a basic, universal basic wage, if you want, if you want the decency of old people to have health care and retirements, they're going to go after you. He's made his political enemies villains. So he's never, this is all B-shish. Is that what the kids say? It's all Sigma skibbity riz, okay? That's what it is. Shut up, Todd. Bad comment. Bad comment. By the way, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. But that's what this dude, I don't even know what his name is. Landry something? Is it Todd? I don't know. I feel this is like a Greg. This is a Greg, Tom, Mark, Todd. I don't know. But he said he was for a unified country. But at no point has the Republican Party ever cared to be unified. They want a politically divided country, whether it's books, M&Ms, bathroom. They will go after anything to make morons like this be divided. Be like, yeah, we should totally get the illegals out. And he thought, because of the complexion of it, because the lack of melatonin or whatever makes you white. I don't give a shit. But he thought, this is what he thought. He thought, look at my skin. There's no way it will happen to me. And then he fafoed. This MAGA fafoed. And he visited Canada. He said he visited Canada once a year, every year. That's what this dude said, okay? He's like, I always go back home to Canada. I'm from Canada. I've been living in New Hampshire for 40 years, but I always take a trip. I've never had an issue. That's what he says in the interview, okay? But this year, he's not coming back to America. unless he wants to go to a detention camp in Louisiana, they told him. They said, you come back here, we're going to detain you, son. You understand me? And I'm sure he was like, can you not see my complexion? I'm sure this dude was like, excuse me, sir. This dude was like, excuse me? I know I look a little tan, but excuse me? And they were like, we don't play games. They're like, we're going after everybody. Oh, you thought you were safe because you were from Canada? Nuh-uh. And this dude's finding out the hard way. And the horrible thing is, I've been speaking out against this since before day one. And even though this dude's a moron and he supported it and he helped kick himself out of the country. He couldn't vote for Donald Trump, but he supported it. And he probably encouraged friends to vote for him and he's probably a bad dad because his kids, any parent that is supporting Donald Trump, I question your parenting authority. But this dude, I even have compassion for it. I don't think he should be kicked out of this country, even though he caused his own issues. He supported Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was like, oh, you thought it was just brown people? You're adorable. No, I meant all poor people. I don't give a... Donald Trump does not care if you are white, black. I mean, he is racist, but make no mistake, he'll use anyone to justify his means. He will walk over anyone. What I always say is like, look at the people who worked for this man. And then once they left, that's how you could tell. Why do you think on job resumes, they want references? They want to speak to your last place of employment. Why? Because they want to find out, like, yo, did this guy leave, like, burning the parking lot, doing donuts in the parking lot, being like, fuck you? It's the same thing. Like, look at anybody who's worked for Donald Trump and left. He's removed security details from these people. He's vilified them. He has done the most heinous stuff an ex-boss could do. And this dude thought supporting him, he'd be safe. You didn't realize that because you're from Canada and you have charges from like 20 years ago, they'll go after you too. You thought because you were white. And mind you, while I say all this, because I got to point out how stupid he fucking is, I hate that. And I don't agree with it. And even though he's a moron and he helped divide our country and he supported a monster, I don't think he should be separated from his kids. And that's what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump did not let this man back into the country. He's in Canada right now, and he has 5 kids in New Hampshire. I think it's heinous. And even though I disagree with this man, and he is an idiot who thought, my opinion is, he can say all this shit all day long. Oh, I believe in Make America Great. What? Really? You thought we would have a strong, unified country by doing what? What have they done yet? Give tax breaks to billionaires? Like, what have they really done? And stop with the going after illegals, because this dude is now living proof that he wasn't here illegally. He had a green card, and they detained him, and they removed the father from his 5 children. And now he said on the news, he was like, well, I've kind of changed my nut. It's like, yeah, just eat the crow. Just go, this sucks. I got kids, unless he hates his kids. But if I was separated from my kids, I'd be like, this is bogus, man. But I guess he's got to have some reflection time to realize what a moron he was, how he has to come to terms with being a racist or whatever it is, because this dude obviously thought it was okay for them to do this to other people as long as it didn't affect him. And this is the worst kind of human. In my opinion, if a regime's going to kick people out, we should find the people who go, as long as it doesn't affect me. Those are the worst of society, okay? Give Trump some time. The lone wolf. You are a maroon. Ask this dude. He was a MAGA. This guy right here, he was a MAGA. Okay? He was a MAGA man. A Canadian MAGA man. He didn't vote for Trump, but he certainly supported him. And then on his yearly visit home to Canada, he has a green card here in America. He got denied entry and told, you try to return, son, and we're going to put you in detention center. This guy has 5 kids. Anybody who's still on board with this, you got to look at the inner monster and what's wrong with you, because this is heinous. That's all it is. This is heinous. We shouldn't be. And yes, he has charges from like 20 years ago or something. They go into the charges. Hold on. Where's the charges? It's on this page. Link down below too. decades-old charges for cannabis and driving under suspended license. But I say, who cares? It's cannabis. It's legal now. That shouldn't even be a charge. It should be expunged from everyone's record. That's so dumb. If Trump cared about people, he would just federally legalize cannabis. You can only win from that. You can only win. Both parties, like 76% of adults in America are just like, do it already. It's so fucking dumb that depending on what state you're in, you got to abide by. It's like, just federally make it legal. God. Nunya, is that what you do? You just come in here and pretend like people are deranged about Trump? Do you not hear the words I'm saying? Like, how out of touch with reality do you have to be to hear that a MAGA dude, a dad of 5, green card holder, has nothing against him in this country right now, all his cases are settled, was just separated and not allowed back into the country he's lived in for 40 years. He has 5 kids. You're a loser. You're a loser for going Trump derangement syndrome. Like, that's your comment to a dad who is now not able to see his 5 kids. You are a monster. Murray, hope you have an amazing day too. Curtis, I'm going to put him in timeout. Yeah, just put him in timeout. Because, like, this is what I mean. It's like even MAGA will consume their own. They're cannibals. As soon as you're not on board, that's how you know it's a cult. As soon as they're not on board anymore, as soon as this guy was like, As soon as this guy was like, I changed my mind. I reversed my support for Trump. Everybody's like, oh, fuck them. Just give them time. Let them work. Let the chef cook. Like, I've been in MAGA live streams and they're morons. Meanwhile, this dude, this guy is in Canada and his 5 kids are in New Hampshire. He's done nothing, in my opinion, driving under suspended. Sometimes America doesn't have the greatest transit. New Hampshire, I know, doesn't. You know, they don't have trains running everywhere, buses all the time. So I get it. And cannabis, that shouldn't even be a crime. That should be expunged. But the fact that they use that to keep this data 5 out of New Hampshire is beyond me, is wild. And then you got morons like that dude. What's this stream? This stream, we comment and we make fun of the news. Murray. Oh, everybody's got a question. Welcome. I'm Rob. I comment on the news. I do a daily, weekday live stream. Talk about the news. Today, the biggest news outside of the Epstein list that does exist, and Donald Trump doesn't want you to think it does. There's hours of videotape. I have a link down below. I'm not going to talk about it today. We'll save it for tomorrow because I had to talk about this. But apparently some author, Michael, I don't know. Some wolf has hours of recordings of Epstein talking about his friendship with Donald Trump. And I'm like, release the tapes, man. Release the tapes. We want to hear it. We want to hear their sleepover details. Woo, juicy goss. Spill the tea. But today I want to talk about this because even though I think this dude is a monstrous man and helped divide our country, and he's a Canadian, I don't agree with him being separated from his 5 children, and I implore people to wake up, and I hope he gets back into this country. I think it's despicable and disgusting, and I also think it's disgusting that this dude was okay with Trump when he thought it would happen to colored people or whatever you want to say. Brown people, black people. He didn't care when it was going to happen to anybody but him. As soon as it happened to him, he reversed his Trump support. And that's what pisses me off. That's the worst kind of people. Those are the people we don't need in this country. We need the people who are like, well, it ain't going to happen to me. It's like, bro, you thought because you were white, you'd be all right. But it turns out, now you can't see your fight. Unless he didn't like his wife and kids. Then he's probably like, oh, yeah, I'm really trying to get back in. Which, who knows? In this day and age, who knows? We're all getting catfished. Pillow talk between 2 evil queens. Right, Curtis? I want to hear the tapes. So, yeah, Idiot Peanut, Murray Fitzsimmons. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. You get notified when I go live. So I wanted to bring that up. The story down below in the description, also with a couple other links. But yeah, I'm very sad for this dad, even though I don't like him as a human. Because if you support Trump, it's hard. I cannot. Like this dude said in the interview, like, I was all for a unified. I'm like, what about Donald Jennifer Trump has ever been unified? He'll cannibalize his own party. He don't care about nobody. Nobody. That's why they all treat him like North Korea's supreme leader, because he will eat you alive if you disagree with him. So that's bullshit. I think what his honest thought was, I'm Canadian, I'm white, I'm good. And he didn't care if it happened to other people. And that's gross, heinous. And I hope he does some reflecting. And I hope he tells his kids I was wrong. And maybe whatever they've heard. But I'm sad that another father separated from his kids. And this doesn't make our country great. What's unified about this, homeboy? You know? All right, guys. Hit subscribe, hit the number, hit the notification, the number button, whatever it is, notification bell. Curtis, good to see you. Much love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.